Hey guys, how's it going? It's Al. On this video, just like every week, we're going to take a look back at what happened on the weekend. Week 9 on DraftKings. Did you play Dalvin Cook? You didn't play Dalvin Cook, you probably had a bad time. If you played any of the guys that got injured, you were going to have a bad time. That's just the way that it went. This was a week that was defined by the injuries that were out there. Yes, there were some busts. Yes, there were some guys that had smash weeks. We're going to take our L's and we're going to look at our smash plays and what we did well this week. I'm going to take a look at how I did on DraftKings. I got smacked this week because I had way too many of the players who basically just got injured on the first play of every game. And that crushed all my tournament lineups. That's just the way that it's going to go. Anytime that you play a lot of tournaments, if you have to soak up a lot of injury usage within your allocation, you're just not going to have a good week. That's the way it is. We're going to take a look at all of it, go through best buys, see where I was right, where I was wrong, where we got lucky, where we got unlucky. And then go over the cage match, the results there, and everything else for week 9 before we can go forward to make our decisions for week 10. So thank you guys for being here. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure that you ring the notifications bell. And let's go take a look at best buys from last week. Here it is. Here's my article. That's my name right there on ESPN Plus. If you're an ESPN Plus member, it comes out every single Thursday. Just go to Google, search Best Buys Week, whatever you're looking for, like this Thursday, Best Buys Week 10. Thursday morning, it'll pop up. Deshaun Watson, he did well, 24.24 points. I like the synchronicity there. I like it. Very, very synergistic that he had both the same numbers on both sides of the decimal point. 19 of 32, 281 yards. Did not get us a 300-yard bonus. There would have been an absolute smash week. 2 touchdowns, 10 carries for 50 yards, and came up just short of a rushing touchdown. Got flipped on the 1-yard line. So that held him back a little bit, but I'll take the win with a solid 24 points out of him. Derek Carr did not quite get there for us. Only 165 passing yards, 12 of 23. Did not have to throw the ball all that much. 2 touchdowns for 15 points. Not good enough, but whatever. Kyler Murray was an absolute smash, as he has been pretty much every single week this season. 21 of 26, extremely efficient through the air for 283 and 3 touchdowns. 11 carries, didn't get us the bonus, by the way. 11 carries for 106 did get us the bonus on the ground with another rushing touchdown, on pace now for 16 rushing touchdowns on the season. That's just absurd. 41.92 points. Get those smash emotes in the chat, please. Drew Lock would be the next one. Drew Lock with 25 of 48. Second half hero here, right? Did nothing in the first half. Came from behind massively against Arizona because, you know, that's what players do when they're playing Arizona. Ended up with 25 of 48 for 313, 2 touchdowns, 7 rushes, 47 yards, and a touchdown rush, 33.22 points. Another absolute smash play. And for you guys that are watching on YouTube, that's what chat looks like when I have smash plays. Every single week. Smash. Dalvin Cook, smash. Do we need to even get into it? 22 rushes for 206 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches on 2 targets for 46, no touchdowns, 42.2 deuces. Were wild when it came to Dalvin Cook. James Conner, this is an L. But this looks like more of a game flow L. Nobody expected Pittsburgh to be playing from behind like they were in this game. He only touched the ball 11 times, 9 carries for 22 yards. Wasn't really efficient when he did run it in the first half. He did handle 9 of the 15 running back carries for Pittsburgh on this game, but we expected like 30 to 35 running back carries out of Pittsburgh. That didn't happen. Only 4 DraftKings points. That sucked. Justin Jackson, not taking an L on an injury, guys. That's just not going to happen. Apparently, he got hit low on the first play of the game and immediately went to the table and he came back for like 1 snap and that was it. So I'll take the L on James Conner, not taking an L on Justin Jackson. Never ask people to take an L on somebody who gets injured in a game. That's just the way that it goes. Chase Edmonds, very interesting case here. 25 carries, 70 yards, no touchdowns. Had a long of 6. 3 catches on 3 targets for 18 yards, average of 6. 11.8 points. So this game sucked for Chase Edmonds. And as good as Chase Edmonds has looked as the RB2 when he would come in on long down and distance plays and be the passing down back, behind Kenyon Drake. Chase Edmonds sure as hell put up a Kenyon Drake type line, which is starting to lead me to believe that the RB1, whoever it is, in the way that Arizona is calling plays or is designing things schematically for their RB1 on any given week, they're just not being creative enough, or they're tipping something off with their formations or the way that they're running, that it doesn't matter who the RB1 is. They're just not going to be efficient unless something changes. Because if you told me going into the week that the Cardinals were going to score as many points as the Cardinals did, over 30 points, and that Chase Edmonds was going to get 28 touches on the day, I would have told you Chase Edmonds was probably going to end up as one of the top 3 scoring running backs on the week, and that just didn't materialize. And I'm not going to sit here and grind 9 weeks of tape to look at how Kenyon Drake's runs when he was the RB1 relate to Chase Edmonds' runs when he was the RB1. I'll see if I can do some research and get somebody to look into the next gen stats and see certain play types and down and distance and things like that, to find some sort of a correlation between Chase Edmonds in week 9 and Kenyon Drake for the first 7 games of the season as the RB1. But like, it just looks like this is schematically who they are with their lead back. But at least it's a volume position, I guess we can say that, but dangerous and scary to say the least. Matt Breida should have been taken out of this article as he was injured on Thursday and listed out. Keenan Allen, guess what? Another game where he got 10 plus targets from Herbert. 9 of 11 for 103 and a touchdown. Got us the bonus and into the end zone. 28.2 DraftKings points. Smash. Tyler Lockett. Damn it. Tyler Lockett got 7 targets, which is kind of the range that we thought that he was going to be in, 6 to 8 targets on the day. And he had an advantage against the Bills in the slot. Only caught 4 balls for 40 yards, 8 points. This sucked, but he dropped like a 30-yard touchdown that would have made the day fine. So unfortunately, he could have, this is an L, but he could have bailed us out if he had come down with that ridiculous pass from Russ Wilson. Would have at least bailed us out in this spot, and we would end the day with like 18 fantasy points instead of 8 fantasy points. It still wouldn't have been a smash play, but like, it would have just been okay. We'd have been fine with it. But this was an L. Brandon Cooks, not an L. In fact, Brandon Cooks was a W. So fly the flag. 17.3 DraftKings points. And we got unlucky here that he didn't score 25 to 30. Had 9 targets, which is what we were looking for with the consistency that he has now gotten with his target market share in this offense. Only caught 3 balls. 83 yards and a touchdown. The first catch of the game, going 57 yards to the house. We got unlucky here. We got there and got unlucky here with Brandon Cooks. Darnell Mooney, I think we got unlucky here too. He did fine, right? Had 11 targets. 5 catches on 11 targets for 43 yards, no touchdowns, 9.3 points, which for 3,900 it's in the range. It's fine. It's, we're looking for like 9 to 14 points if he's in that price range. So he got us to the value range that I'm looking for, but could have absolutely smashed 6 incomplete passes. Not really out of the realm of possibility when you're playing with the quarterbacks that the Bears are playing with, but like a little bit unlucky here that he got that. Darren Waller caught 5 balls on 10 targets, 22 yards only. That's weird. Did catch a touchdown to kind of bail us out, 13.2 DraftKings points. Hayden Hurst Helmsley, Double H, ended with 7 catches on 8 targets, continues his march of 4 straight weeks with between 10 and 15 DraftKings points and still only 4,100. This is a W. Not a smash, but I'll take the win. 13.2 DraftKings points. Eric Ebron, one of the top 5 or 6 players in terms of routes per dropbacks on the week. He did what we thought he would do. 3 catches, 6 targets, 22 yards, 1 touchdown, 11.2 DraftKings points. Hunter Henry dropped a touchdown for us. 4 catches on 7 targets, 33 yards, no touchdown, 7.3 DraftKings points. Defenses were the defenses, but they were not great. Taking a look at my tournament lineups, and I would rather take a look at these for you using Fantasy Labs, because like I think it better illustrates the issue that I ran into this week. So let's go over here. Here's the lineups. You see the 147 lineups that I build 3 by hand. I build the other 147 over here. So like in terms of my allocations, Dalvin Cook, I had 36% Dalvin Cook, 53 of my lineups had him. Antonio Gibson, he was fine, 53%. Justin Jackson got injured in the first play of the game, F, 53 of my lineups, drawing dead. James Conner, 53 lineups, drawing dead. David Johnson, 46 lineups, 31%, drawing dead. And the worst part is Duke Johnson got a ton of volume. So that would have been David Johnson volume. My issue with David Johnson was that I didn't think that he had he doesn't really have a 25 to 35 point ceiling anymore, but in that matchup, he had a realistic floor of like 15 points to 20 points, and I was banking on getting those points and moving on, especially in stacks of that game or secondary stacks from that game. So those all sunk me. Obviously, I also had 33% Tyler Lockett. So like every single lineup, as you see here, even my best lineups with 167.42 points, Justin Jackson, with no points there, as I had him coming in the late games. Justin Jackson, my second highest lineup, as well as Tyler Lockett here. So a lot of lineups that were set up to really, really smash and just nothing late, because they all either had like Justin Jackson. I was overweight on Danny Amendola, who had 15 points for like 3,700. So that basically just completely trashed my week. It's just the way that it goes, and there's nothing I can do about that. We did win the cage match this week. Definitely won the cage match this week against Evan Silva, mostly because I had Dalvin Cook in the lineup, but like also losing Justin Jackson didn't help. He had Russ Wilson, Connor, Edmonds, Jones, Will Fuller, who had a long touchdown. Johnson helped him get there. Henry, Fant, Titans defense, which turned out to be an extremely sharp play on Evan's point. Deshaun Watson. This essentially was my first look lineup. I think 8 of the 9 spots were in first look in week 9. Watson, Jackson, Cook, Lockett, Cooks, Mooney, Hurst, Keenan, like everything just crushed except for Tyler Lockett and Justin Jackson, who got hurt. So that kind of defines the week. Sometimes things are going to be out of your control. Sometimes injuries happen. It's the way that it goes. So this was a big loss for me for week 9. I'm on to week 10. We're moving on to Cincinnati, and I'll catch you guys later. Look for another video right here.
He's a legend.